What is the crack, everybody, and welcome to my video of me going for the platinum trophy for Crash Bandicoot 2. And if you don't know, or if you haven't watched my first video, which you should go watch, this is Neo Cortex and he made Crash, and he's going to go manipulate Crash to go help him get the purple crystals, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have a game. And this walking Hiroshima here is Cortex's latest lackey. And where did Cortex find this man, you might ask? I have absolutely no clue. The way this game is going to be broken down is enjoy the levels at first, collecting all the crystals, then you collect all the gems, and then you collect miscellaneous trophies, and finally you're going to collect all the time relics. But because I love punishment so much, I decided to get the crystals, get as much gems as I can, and then go for the time trial relics, leaving everything to last. Also, I seen the rating for this game and it says it's easier than the first Crash, which is an absolute lie, because it made me miss the days where I could just play the high road from Crash. And speaking of which, there's a few different mechanics in Crash 2 than in Crash 1. You get introduced to the instant death of nitro crates. You can also now slide as Crash, and you also get to meet the Coca-Cola bear. But other than that, everything's the exact same, and you still feel the same amount of pain when you die on the same level for the 100th time. But anyways, let's get into the video with the first trophy, and that first trophy is a road less traveled, which you get for discovering a secret path. Crash, lad, you are fairly disgusting, but yet I feel like you're my spirit animal. What does that tell you? The next trophy I acquired was a diamond in the rough, which you get for discovering a gem path after getting one of the colored gems. And this time there's only 5 gems: blue, red, green, yellow, and pink. They got rid of the orange. Didn't like that orange gem anyways. So the mad lad himself is back, Ripperoo, and he still is explosive as ever. And once again, for beating him, I get another trophy, which is called Professor Pulverized. Does anyone actually like these ice levels? Like, seriously. And leading on to the next trophy, which was jumping the jetboard, which you get for finding the secret exit in one of the levels. There's also secret levels in this game, and the only way to find these secret levels is to find secret exits in different levels. Imagine trying to find these levels back in 1997. Little potato me could never find them. Fun fact, this is where I got my dance moves from. It's not true, because I can't even do them dance moves. And the next trophy I managed to unlock was Komodo Nomo, which you get for beating the 2 reptile boys. Them 2 brothers would fit right in on the internet. Maybe they could become influencers. This prototype Megamind just keeps coming around every now and again, checking in on you to see how your progress is going. He's worse than a man. Can anybody actually explain to me what happened here? Because I didn't go down that whirlpool. The next trophy I got was Island Hopping, and you acquire this trophy by finding the secret exit in Bear Down. And these lads throughout the level drove me absolutely nuts, and I hope they all step on a Lego and get a bad dose of the shits. Anyways, on to the next trophy I got, which was Cheetah Death for the time being, which you get, of course, for discovering a death route. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And the next trophy I managed to bag was One Man's Trash, which you get for earning 21 gems. And for this next trophy then is fairly easy. You just beat the 3rd boss, and I think they call him Tiny because of his legs. Yeah, his legs. That's it, yeah. And this trophy here, hang in there maybe, is got from getting another secret exit. Don't you just hate it when your firefly that gives you light just runs off in the middle of a level? And this next trophy must be the most painful trophy for Crash ever. It's called Buzz Off, and you get it for getting stung by a bee and dying. When Crash is not being stung by a bee, he's being sniped by a Mario plant, or attacked by the Tesco version of Mario as well. And if you have a day like Crash, I think you should be like Crash and just take a break and bounce in a box for a little while. This boss fight makes absolutely no sense, because he just comes in ready to throw hands with Crash and can't be fucked to give him a chance to give him the crystals. It's like, this is where I draw the line. It's not the fact that he can walk and all that shit. But anyways, still didn't stop me from whooping his ass and getting the next trophy. And this level right here was far worse than any high road level from the first Crash Bandicoot game. I mean, the high road looked like absolute child's play compared to this level. At least for me, it felt like that. In fact, I died so much in this level that I actually started seeing this fella in my dreams. But don't worry, I did eventually end up beating it, clearly, or you wouldn't be seeing this video. And weirdly enough, for the very final boss fight, I didn't get one game over screen. In fact, I completed it first go. Took me barely any time to beat this dry shite. Like, why was his health so short? This boss fight with Cortex compared to the last one was an absolute piss take. But anyways, after beating little Cortex, you finally get the last story mission trophy. And here is the final difference between Crash 1 and Crash 2. You get your Usain Bolt running shoes. And now we're on to collecting all the relics, which there's 27 of to collect this time, and you need gold or better once again. And the journey begins with my first golden relic, and after this then I collect 4 more to get 5, and this gives me 1 more trophy called kicking the tires. And I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but after getting another 5 golden relics, that gives me another trophy, light the fires, which you get for collecting, you guessed it, 10 relics. And would you look at that, after the trophy popped I got a new milestone. I have no idea what happened to this robot. I think someone gave him a can of Red Bull or something. Look at the gun of him. I tried to go as fast as that fella, but like it never worked out for me. As you can see here, I died on that part so many times I don't even want to admit it. My god, Crash, one sneeze and that thing is going to rip everything apart down there. So they mean to tell me that this fella can pilot on a jetpack, or fly with a jetpack, whatever you want to say, or dig through solid ground like it's absolutely nothing to avoid bees, and can somehow stay stable on a little polar bear and ride him throughout a few levels, but he can't even swim or get swimming lessons. But I digress, and on to the next trophy, which was No Bear Left Behind, which you get for discovering another secret exit. And this secret exit is found in Unbearable. And then after speedrunning through all the levels, getting all gold relics, I finally got the last one I needed, which gave me a trophy. Just checking in to see if you like the video. If you like it, leave a like. I somehow managed to die to a cowering plant, but that didn't stop me from getting my next trophy, the Flora Flop, which you get for discovering the last secret exit, or at least my last secret exit. I can't believe I didn't realize that I needed to step back onto the death platform after I hit that really annoying metal box at the end. I did eventually realize it, but what I didn't realize until I was just editing this video is how to get them 3 lives. And my god, it's like sometimes the lights are on but nobody's home with me. And then I went on to collect the last few gems that I needed to. And just for the shits and giggles, I decided to finish off this last trophy with Coco herself. And I do have to give it to her, she's a lot more graceful than Crash, and she has a better animation than what Crash's is, where he takes a gem out of his ass. Then, after collecting all them gems that gave us our last trophy, we're on to just the miscellaneous trophies now, which are just a bit wacky and a fair bit mean, to be honest. And speaking of wacky, this fella appears after you collect all the gems to tell you he wasn't happy with his redundancy from Cortex, so he's going to try and go and blow up his spaceship and to see if Crash wants to come. But enough about that goober, let's keep going with the trophies. And this trophy I managed to get here was for launching Crash into ice cold waters from the bear. This next trophy I acquired here was for jumping on that tiny little polar bear. It says not to feel guilty about jumping on him, but I really do. I don't think I need to explain much about this trophy, it's just for getting 99 lives. Hard to believe, I know. This next trophy actually involves Coco, and all you have to do is defeat 5 enemies with Coco's double leg takedown. And now we're on to the final trophy just before the platinum, which was mildly annoying to get because you had to start a whole new save file for this, but it is fairly straightforward. All you have to do is try and annoy Cortex by quitting out of a level 3 times without collecting any crystals. This is why you have to start a new save file if you're getting this trophy. It was well worth it to get the trophy, but even more well worth it just to piss off Cortex even more, because it's just hilarious listening to that fella get mad. And there's the trophy we wanted, Cortex Infuriated. And as soon as that trophy popped, we got our platinum trophy to finally finish out Crash 2. And that's it guys, Crash 2 is finally finished after getting the platinum trophy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.